We danced in sunlight like it was ours to keep. We laughed and held each other through days both bright and deep. Every moment felt eternal, every kiss a vow. But nothing lasts forever, not even us somehow. We knew the clock was ticking, yeah, we didn't care. We built our world together even though it wasn't fair. We were beautiful for a while, a fleeting work of art, a love that shines so brightly, it left an echo in the heart. Even though the ending came and tore us apart, we were beautiful for a while, and I still carry that spark. The streets we walk together now feel empty and cold. The stories that we whispered are all that I can hold. I see you smiling photographs, I hear you laughing dreams. But beauty fades like sunlight, hidden in our memories. No one told us forever was only in disguise. We love without a warning and paid with quiet cries. We were beautiful for a while, like stars against the night, a fire that burned too brightly, then disappeared from sight. Even if the world forgot, even if we fell apart, we were beautiful for a while, and I still keep you in my heart. Maybe time will soften all the ache and all the pain, but the colors of our love will never fade in vain. We held a piece of magic, even if it couldn't stay. And I remember the brightness, even in the gray. We were beautiful for a while, a fleeting perfect flame, a love that left its footprints on my heart and my name. Though we walk separate roads, though the seasons reconcile, I'll always know the truth. We were beautiful for a There wasn't any final scene, no last dramatic line, no slammed doors or broken frames, just a slow loss of mine. You stopped calling late at night, I stopped asking why. Somewhere in between those days, we let it quietly die. No closure, no confession, no truth laid on the table. Just silence growing louder when we weren't able. It was a goodbye we never spoke, a lie we never said, a love that slowly slipped away without a word instead. No, this is where it ends. No tears to underline, just a space between your heart and mine. Your clothes were gone in pieces, not all at once, but slow. Like even leaving had its doubts about which way to go. We still followed each other like ghosts behind a screen, watching life move forward through what might have been. We kept the door half open, like hope might wander through, but half open hearts don't hold what's true. It was a goodbye we never spoke, a silence we both knew, a fading of the light between me and you. No final kiss, no closing word, no clear dividing line, just the quiet breaking of your heart and mine. If we had said it out loud, maybe it would hurt less now. Maybe naming the ending would have shown us how to grieve what we were losing, instead of wondering when the moment love became a story of back then. It was a goodbye we never spoke, but somehow understood, a love that ended gently like we knew it would. No last embrace to hold on to, no truth to redefine, just two hearts slowly drifting out of time. We were standing on the edge of something we could keep. Your hand was warm inside of mine, my heart was yours to keep. The sunset painted promises across your hopeful light. I felt the word on both our lips, but we let it pass us by. It was right there in the silence, hanging in the air. One little word between us, but neither of us dared. We almost said forever, almost made it real, almost let our guarded heart say what they could feel. We were one breath from always, and one step from so much more. We almost said forever, but we walked away instead. We talked about the little things, like where we'd someday live. You traced circles on my skin, like time was ours to give. But fear can sound like logic, and pride can feel like truth. So we built our walls up slowly, while pretending we would prove. It was right there in the silence, in the way you looked at me. We were standing forever, but chose uncertainty. could go back to that night, I'd say at first no fear. Let the word fall from my lips and make it crystal clear. But almost is a fragile thing, it shatters in the end. And now what if is all that's left of what we didn't begin? We almost said forever, almost called it ours, almost let the moment bloom like midnight flowers. We were so close to always, with nothing left to prove. We almost said forever, but we had too much to silence is the hardest when the world has gone to sleep. No music left to drown it out, no promises to keep. Your side of every conversation ends before it starts, and every empty moment feels louder in my heart. I thought I'd be stronger when the lights went low, but strength feels different when you're alone. I'm broken in the quiet when no one else can see, smiling in the daylight but falling underneath. Every whispered memory cuts a little deeper. I'm holding back the tears when the night gets deeper. I'm broken in the quiet, just me and what we used to be. Your name still lingers on the tip of my tongue, like a song I can't finish after it's begun. The walls don't answer back when I ask them why. Love can disappear without a goodbye. I thought I'd be stronger with time on my side, but time just teaches how to hide. I'm broken in the quiet where no one else can see, smiling in the daylight but falling underneath. Every whispered memory cuts a little deeper. I'm holding back the tears when the night gets deeper. I'm broken in the quiet, just me and what we used to be. If healing has a sound, it's softer than a breath, but heartbreak screams the loudest in the stillness of regret. I wish the dark would let me rest instead of replaying every almost forever we never made come true. I'm broken in the quiet, but I'm learning how to stand, picking up the pieces with trembling hands. Maybe one day silence won't feel so violent. Till then I'll face the truth, even when it is silent. it's dark, the music's low, a record spinning soft and slow. Your shadow moves across the wall, like you're still here after all. I close my eyes and feel your hands, fingers slipping through mine again. But when I turn, there's no one there, just empty air. Every note becomes your voice, every step feels like a choice between letting go or holding on to what is already gone. I'm dancing with your memory, spinning in the dark, holding on to what we were, like it's still in my arms. The rhythm feels so real, but it's just make-believe. I'm dancing with your memory, but you're no longer with me. Your laughter echoes in my mind, like a song I can't rewind. Every corner of this place still remembers your embrace. I trace the outline of your name on foggy windows in the rain, but water washes it away like you did someday. Every melody we knew now only leads me back to you. I'm moving slow to yesterday, but yesterday won't stay. I'm dancing with your memory, spinning in the dark, holding on to what we were, like it's still in my arms. The rhythm feels so real, but it's just make-believe. I'm dancing with your memory, but you're no longer with me. If love could live inside a song, then you would still be here. But silence breaks the fantasy, it makes it crystal clear. The music fades, the lights go out, reality returns. I'm standing in the quiet where my lonely heart still burns. I was dancing with your memory, but the night is almost through. No more shadows in the dark, pretending they are you. The last note falls through silence, like a whispered goodbye. I was dancing with your memory, now I'm learning how to cry. We were a spark in the pouring rain, fire trying hard to stay. You held my hand, but your heart pulled back, like you were already walking away. Your eyes said more than your lips could speak, truth hiding in between. We built a world on fragile words and called it everything. We were close enough to taste forever, close enough to fall, but almost love is never strong enough to hold us through it all. Now I'm living with the echoes of our almost, and nearly maybe what we could have been. Every memory whispers like a ghost of a love that never made it in. We were one breath from being timeless, one step Your jacket still hangs by the door, like you're coming back someday. But hope is just a broken clock that ticks my heart away. We danced around the truth too long, pretending we were fine. Two broken halves of different dreams, trying to share one night. We were close enough to call it ours, close enough to try, but almost brave is never brave enough to fight for you and I. Now I'm living with the echoes of our almost and nearly maybe what we could have been. Every memory whispers like a ghost of a love that never made it in. We were one breath from being timeless, one step from something real. Now all I hear are echoes of our almost, in the silence that I feel. If almost was enough, we'd still be side by side. But almost doesn't stay, it slowly says goodbye. I still hear you call my name in rooms where you don't exist. All that's left of us is a love we barely missed. I'm still living with the echoes of our almost, the unfinished pages in my hand. Every dream we left unspoken is writing in the sand. We were so close to forever, but forever slipped away. Now I'm holding on to echoes of the love that couldn't stay. We used to live in golden light, laughing in the afterglow. Now the colors feel so out of reach, like a dream from long ago. Your smile hangs on my bedroom wall, in a frame of yesterday. But every time I look at it, the brightness slips away. I try to hold the moment still, but time won't let it stay. Some memories are made of dust that slowly blows away. We're fading like a photograph, left out in the sun. Edges curling, colors turning into what we've done. Your face with shaking hands, but it's not the same as you. We're fading like a photograph that once was bright and true. Your voice is just an echo now, soft static in my mind. I play it back 1,000 times, hoping something's left behind. The places that we used to go feel smaller than before. Every corner holds a ghost of who we were once more. I try to stop the clock from moving, begging not to change. But love that's locked in yesterday can't survive the rain. We're fading like a photograph, left out in the sun. God freeze us in the light before the cracks begin to show, before we say goodbye. But every picture tells the truth. No matter how I try, some loves were meant to shine and slowly say goodbye. Now we're faded like a photograph, barely holding on, just a shadow of the love that once felt so strong. I keep the frame beside my bed, though the colors are withdrew. We're fading like a photograph, but I'm not over you. We stopped talking about forever, like it was too far away. Stop reaching for each other at the end of every day. Your hand would brush against mine, but it didn't feel the same. Like something small between us quietly had changed. It wasn't loud or broken, it didn't fall apart. It was tiny cracks of silence spreading through the heart. We were falling out of us, like autumn losing leaves, like promises we used to make that nobody believes. We tried to hold the pieces, but they crumbled into dust. We weren't falling out of love, we were falling out of us. Your eyes looked past my shoulder, like I wasn't in the room. We filled the space with small talk to avoid the deeper truth. We said we'll be okay, like saying made it real. But words without the feeling can't teach a heart to heal. We kept the lights on longer, pretending nothing's wrong. But even hope grows tired when it's been holding on too long. We were falling out of us, not all at once but slow, like watching something beautiful, afraid to let it go. We tried to fix the fractures with trust that turned to rust. We weren't falling out of love, we were falling out of us. If we had fought a little harder, if we had said the truth, maybe we could have saved the best parts of our youth. But silence grew between us like walls we didn't see, and by the time we felt it, you weren't you to me. We were falling out of us, not crashing, just undone, turning always into Unsent, together into one. We didn't break in anger, we didn't scream or fuss, we just slowly disappeared, falling out of us. I try to pack your memory in boxes I could close, folded up the photographs and every letter you wrote. I moved your jacket from the chair, but the imprint's still there. Like love doesn't disappear, just lingers in the air. I tell myself I'm doing fine, I'm learning to be strong, but every beat inside my chest still feels where you belong. 'Cause I've got half a heart still yours, no matter what I do. I gave you more than just my love, I gave the best of me to you. I'm walking forward step by step, but I can't fully start when half of every dream I have is living in your heart. I see you in the little things, in songs on the radio, in every place we used to stand, in streets we used to know. I've learned to smile in crowded rooms, pretend I'm moving on, but when the night is whispering, I feel what's really gone. I tell myself the healing comes with every passing day, but healing doesn't mean that love just fades away. 'Cause I've got half a heart still yours, no matter what I do. I gave you more than just my love, I gave the best of me to you. I'm walking forward step by step, but I can't fully start when half of every hope I hold is beating in your heart. Maybe time will teach my soul how to let you go. Maybe one day I won't feel this quiet undertow, but right now every breath I take still carries your name, and loving you from far away is my sweetest pain. I got half a heart still yours, even though you're gone. Half of every melody still sings your song. I'm learning how to live again, even with the scars, but half of who I'll always be will forever be yours. I've cried a river in this room, enough to make the flowers bloom. If sorrow had a sound, it would be breaking down. Every tear that falls tonight carries pieces of goodbye. If pain could change your mind, you'll be here by my side. I've said your name 1,000 times into the empty air, but echoes don't come back as you, no matter how I care. If tears could call you back, you'd be knocking at my door. Every drop will lead you home like it did before. If crying made you miss me, never stop crying for you. My pillow knows the truth of me, the way I break so quietly, wishing every falling tear could make your footsteps reappear. I replay our last goodbye, searching for a different line. Maybe if I changed the words, you'd still be mine. But hearts don't turn from waterfalls, and love won't bend from pain. No matter how the tears fall down, you're not coming back again. If tears could call you back, you'll be knocking at my door. Every drop will lead you home like it did before. If crying made you miss me the way I'm missing you, my eyes will bring you running back, like love was meant to do. If tears could call you back, I never stop crying for you. I'd flood the sky, I'd drown the night, I'd let the whole world see how much you meant, how much you are, still everything to me. But oceans can't move your heart, and storms can't change the past. Some goodbyes are written down and meant to last. If tears could call you back, you'll be here in my arms. But silence answers every cry with nothing but the dark. So I'll let these tears keep falling, even knowing it's not true. If tears could call you back, I'd still be crying over you. Type the words 1,000 times, press send and erase them all. Your silence filled the space between a love that's starting to fall. I see the message in blue, but there's no reply in sight. The forever we imagine is gone into the night. I thought that love was certain, I thought we'd never fade, but you left me waiting while the world kept moving on. Left on red by forever, a heart ignored a dream tonight. I reach for you in memories, but you don't even try. Every scene becomes a pause a scar, left on red by forever. And I wonder where you are. We talked about the future like it was set in stone. Now the words I never said are the hardest to own. I scrolled through all the moments we swore would never end, but the silence writes the story of a love I can't defend. You could have said a single line, but pride kept you away. Left on red by forever, a love that couldn't speak, 1,000 chances wasted, a future we can't keep. Every notification If I could change the ending, I'd beg you just to say, even a small I'm sorry would chase the hurt away. But nothing fills the quiet of messy fields ignored, and I'm left here with echoes of a love that's been stored. Left unread by forever, a heart too full to mend, a love that waited it patiently until the very end. And even if you never write, I'll remember what we had. Left unread by forever, the good, the lost, the sad. Used to hold me like I was all you'd ever need. Used to say forever, like it was guaranteed. Now every word about us feels like yesterday, like something that existed but slowly slipped away. We talk about we were more than we are, and every sentence breaks my heart. Now it's love in past tense, loving we were fine, loving do you remember? And back when you were mine, it's all we used to, and we once had. Every beautiful moment sounds like something sad. Now it's love in past tense, and I don't know how to stay. You don't say I love you the way you did before. It sounds like an old habit, not something you're sure for. We sleep on separate edges of the same old bed, saying we'll be okay, but meaning something else instead. We're living in the present, but speaking in the past, trying to pretend this kind of love will last. Now it's love in past tense, loving we were strong, loving we had something, but something went wrong. It's all remembering, and I miss how it felt. Every memory whispers what we slowly dealt. Now it's love in past tense, and the future's hard to tell. And if I could change the grammar of everything we've said, turn every was to is again, undo the tears we've shed. But time won't rewrite pages that we've already turned, and love can't stay alive if it stops being learned. Now it's love in past tense, loving used to be, loving faded photographs and broken poetry. It's all we almost made it, and we tried our best. Every beautiful chapter put quietly to rest. Now it's love in past tense, and I'm learning to accept. The city sleeping under neon skies. I'm awake with tired eyes. Your side of the bed is cold and white, like the space you left inside. The clock keeps counting every second, like it knows I'm alone. I Every star I used to wish on doesn't know how to bring you back beside me or make this pain untrue. So I'll keep counting broken dreams each midnight without you. The lamp is on, but barely bright, just enough to fight the night. Curtains drawn, the world outside feels a million miles from mine. Your side of the bed's untouched, but I still feel your ghost. Every whisper in the dark is what I miss the most. The quiet hum of midnight air keeps saying you're not there, but every shadow on the wall looks like you standing there. There are shadows in my bedroom light, they move like you still care, dancing on the painted walls like you're everywhere. Tears in tired eyes, your picture's face down on the shelf. I tell myself it helps, but even turn the other way, it still feels like you stay. The clock keeps ticking soft and slow, like it knows I can't let go. Every second stretches wide, with you missing by my side. I try to close my eyes to sleep, but dreams cut twice as deep. So I stare into the dim lit room where heartbreak doesn't leave. There are shadows in my bedroom light, they move like you still care, dancing on the painted walls like you're everywhere. I reach out, but there's nothing there, just memories in disguise. Only shadows in my bedroom light, and tears in tired eyes. If I turn the lamp off, will you disappear? Or will the dark just make your absence clearer? I'm haunted by the shape of us in every fading line. Love doesn't leave all at once, it lingers in the mind. Now the shadows in my bedroom light are all that's left of you, flickering like fragile hope. I don't know what to do, so I let them stay till morning comes and daylight makes it right. But every night I face again those shadows in my bedroom light. There's a space between your words where I can feel the change, like something fragile breaking, but neither one will say. Your eyes don't meet mine anymore. They drift toward the door, like you're already somewhere else, not here like before. Every pause feels heavier than anything you speak. It's in the quiet moments where we start to feel the weak. It's the silence between heartbeats, it's tearing us apart. The seconds stretching endlessly inside my fragile heart. We're talking but not listening. We're close but worlds away. It's the silence between heartbeats that's louder every day. You say I'm fine, I say me too, like it's the safest lie. Build a bridge of empty words while watching love run dry. Your touch feels unfamiliar, like it's learning me again. But distance doesn't happen fast, it settles in then wins. Every breath is careful now, like we're afraid to break. But love that's scared of honesty is love that starts to shake. It's the silence between heartbeats, it's tearing us apart. The seconds stretching endlessly inside my fragile heart. We're holding hands in public, but letting go in truth. It's the silence between heartbeats that's slowly losing you. If we could fill this quiet with the truth we're scared to say, maybe we could save it before it slips away. But silence grows like shadows when the light begins to fade, and love can disappear without a single word being said. It's the silence between heartbeats, where goodbye begins to start. Not in screams or shattered glass, but in the quiet of the heart. We didn't fall like thunder, we didn't crash in flames. We faded in the silence between two beating names. We passed each other on the street like we were never more. Two shadows in familiar shoes outside a closing door. Your eyes met mine for just a second, then quickly looked away, like strangers who don't wanna feel what they can't erase. We know each other's secrets, every scar and every dream. Now we act like we don't recognize what we used to be. We're strangers with our memories, carrying the same past, walking in different directions from a love that didn't last. We know every little detail of who we used to be. Now we're strangers with our memories. that's the hardest thing. Used to laugh the way you did when something hits just right. I almost turn to say your name like any other night, but distance builds a silent rule we both pretend to keep, as if ignoring history will make it hurt less deep. We shared 1,000 moments we swore would never fade. Now they're just quiet photographs we're both afraid to face. We're strangers with our memories, holding separate keys to doors we'll never open, to who we used to be. We know each other's favorite songs and how the story ends. Now we're strangers with our memories, trying not to pretend. If time could blur the details, maybe it would ease the pain, but it keeps the best parts crystal clear like sunshine after rain. We don't hate, we don't fight, we don't even speak. We just carry what we were in silence on our sleeves. We're strangers with our memories, no anger left to show, just a love that once was everything, now something we outgrow. We shared a life in yesterday, now we barely even see how two hearts that once were one became strangers with our memories. It's 2 a.m., my phone lights up, but it's not you this time. I scroll back to our last goodbye and read between the lines. I typed your name 100 times, then erased it all again. Some words are better left unsaid than never answered send. My thumbs hover over the screen like maybe you still care, but pride and pain are tangled up in every silent prayer. It's the last text I never sent, that I still love you, that I don't know how to forget, that I'm still missing you. It's sitting in my drafts tonight, with everything I'm in, all my broken honesty, in the last text I never sent. I almost wrote I'm not okay, almost asked if you were too, almost said can we rewind like we used to do, but almost feels too dangerous when hearts are on the line, and I can't risk another read that leaves me undefined. So I let the silence answer where your voice used to be. Sometimes the hardest message is the one you let be. It's the last text I never sent. But do you think of me? Was it really over, or was it just bad timing? It's glowing in the dark tonight, with words I can't present, all my unsaid everything. In the last text I never sent. Maybe you'd ignore it, maybe you'd reply, maybe it would break me more if finally say goodbye. But fear is louder than my hope, so I'll leave it where it's been. A conversation in my head that will never begin. It's the last text I never sent, still resting in my phone. A quiet little universe of feelings never shown. One day I'll delete it and let the story end, but tonight it's all I have. The last text I never sent. The table like strangers with our wine. Both of us had something to say, but swallowed every line. Your fingers traced the glass instead of reaching out for mine. Somewhere in the silence we crossed an unseen line. No tears, no broken place, no voices raised too high, just two tired hearts, too worn to even fight. It was the night we stopped trying, the night we let it be, when love was still between us, but not enough to keep. We didn't slam the door, the quiet kind of ending. The night we stopped trying. We talked about the weather like it mattered more than us. Fill the space with anything except the truth we couldn't trust. Your eyes looked past my shoulder like I was already gone. I knew before you said it, we had been holding on too long. Hope was barely breathing, hanging by a thread, and neither one of us had anything left. It was the night we stopped trying, the night we chose the truth, when maybe we can fix this. Lost this last excuse, we didn't need the words, we felt it in our sides. It was a quiet kind of ending, the night we stopped trying. If love is like a fire, we let it burn too low, too proud to add the spark, too scared to let it go. Sometimes goodbye doesn't shout, it barely makes a sound. Just two people sitting close while falling down. It was a night, no thunder, no dramatic scene, just two hearts finally admitting we weren't what we used to be. We stood up from the table and left without a fight. Love didn't end in anger, it and longer spaces in replies. We kept pretending we were fine, crossing lines we didn't define. Two hearts fading out of tune underneath the same old moon. We held on longer than we should, afraid to say we understood that love was slipping through our hands like water over sand. We loved in slow goodbye, one tear at a time. One less I need you in every line. We watched the colors slowly die without asking why. We didn't fall apart, we loved in slow goodbye. Your touch became a memory before you even left me. Your laughter turned into a sound I barely recognized around. We stayed because it hurt to leave, not because we still believe. Sometimes love doesn't crash and burn, it just quietly returns to strangers sharing the same space with familiar faces. We felt it ending deep inside, but couldn't say goodbye. We loved in slow goodbye, one night at a time, one less forever. In every promise we signed, we let the silence grow so wide, it pulled us to its side. We didn't lose control, we loved in slow goodbye. If I could freeze a single day before we slipped away, I'd hold you like we didn't know we were letting go. But hearts can feel what lips won't say, even when they try. And ours were breaking softly long before the final cry. Loved and slow goodbye, not all at once but piece by piece, turning us into used to be. Without a fire, without release, we didn't need a slam door or one last angry cry. We just slowly disappeared in a love that said goodbye. I used to say your name like it could calm a storm, like every broken part of me would suddenly feel warm. It fit so softly on my lips, like it was carved in stone. Back when love was easy, back when your name was home. Every call felt like a shelter, every word a place to hide. I never feared the darkness with your voice on my side. When your name was home, I never felt alone. It wrapped around my restless heart like I had always known where I was meant to be, where I belong. echoes in the quiet, like footsteps down a hall. A place I used to run to, but can't reach at all. I see it in all messages, I hear it in mine, but comfort turned to memory is the hardest thing to find. It doesn't sound the same now, there's distance in the tone. It hurts to even whisper what once felt like my own. When your name was home, I had somewhere to land. Even when the world was shaking, I was safe within your hands. Now it's just a shadow of something overthrown. Time will paint it in softer shades of blue. Maybe one day I'll say it and not think of you. But tonight it's still a doorway to everything we were. A comfort turned to heartbreak, a memory that still stirs. When your name was home, love felt strong and sure. Now it's just a place I visit that doesn't live here anymore. I carry like a photograph of light that once had shown, missing who I was when your name was home. We made our vows in whispered tones under a careless sky. Said we'd hold through anything, said we'd never say goodbye. You traced forever on my skin like it was carved in stone. Now I'm standing here alone, wondering where it's gone. Were they just words we needed to believe we were strong? Or did they slowly fade away when things went wrong? Tell me where the promises went, the ones we swore were true, that always in the no matter what, that I believed in you. Did they fall between the cracks when the nights got cold? Tell me where the promises went, or were they never meant to hold? We used to talk about the future like it had our names. Now the plans we built together feel like empty frames. I still hear you saying we'll make it through somehow, but somehow we couldn't survive the fight. I'll carry what was honest, even if it's been. But I'll always wonder quietly where the promises went. Heard you told him it was mutual, like we both let go. Look, I wasn't the one still holding on when you chose to go. You painted me as distant, like I stopped trying first. But every word you're saying now just makes it worse. You rewrote all the chapters to help you sleep at night, but the truth we live together doesn't match your side. Your side of the story hurts, like I'm the villain in your lines. Like loving you was careless, like I wasted all our time. You say it ended peacefully, like nobody got burned. But your side of the story hurts, 'cause it twists what we learned. You say we both were drifting, like I didn't beg you to stay, like I didn't fight for us when you were pulling away. You call it bad timing, you call it growing apart, but you don't say how silence was breaking my heart. Maybe it's easier for you to soften what you did, but every time I hear your version, it feels like I don't exist. Your side of the story hurts, like I never gave enough, like I didn't give you everything, even when it was tough. You talk about it lightly, like it didn't leave me scarred. But your side of the story hurts, 'cause I know how hard I tried. I'm not saying I was perfect, we both made mistakes, but don't erase the love I gave just to ease your weight. We shared more than a room, more than something blurred, and I won't let our history be reduced to just your words. Your side of the story hurts, but I won't fight the past. I know we were in the dark, even if it didn't last. You can keep your version if that's what helps you heal. But your side of the story hurts, because I know what was real.